There you go, guys. This is going to be a perfect medium rare steak. Give it a shot. You're going to love it. Just make sure you let... Hey, Carnivore Hunters. I wanted to share with you guys today my reverse sear method for my steaks. What I have here, this is just a lunch. I'm not going to have too big of a ribeye or anything. This is just a New York strip that I picked up from Costco. So first step is you want to get everything seasoned up. You need to do this about a half hour before you actually throw it on the grill. So what I'm going to do is start out with a little bit of salt here, and we're going to get that, actually quite a bit of salt. Get that nice and in on there. And then I also do pepper. And yes, I do garlic powder as well. So we'll get that all on there. Just kind of push that in, make sure that it sticks. Flip it over. You want to get the other side. The other thing is, with the stuff that gets on the plate, I'm gonna pat that in on all the sides here as well, so you get some seasoning on a little bit of the whole thing, even those sides, and even the side with the fat there. Get that back up. All right. So now that we've got this all seasoned up here, what I'm going to do, again, we're just going to let this rest for about 30 minutes. About 15 minutes into this, I'm going to get my Traeger, start getting that warmed up to about 225. Again, if you do not have a Traeger or any kind of smoker, you can always do this first portion in your oven, just on one of those roasting racks. All right, so we will see you guys in a few. Hey, Carnivore Hunters. So my Traeger is preheated. It's at 250 degrees, and I've already thrown the New York strip on there. As you can see, I'm using a meter probe. You can use the probes that come with the Traeger or your other smokers. I just find that they're just not as accurate as these meters are. So I have my meter block here, only using the one today, but I have that set to 120 degrees. So as soon as that's 120 degrees, we're going to pull that steak off, let it rest. And so we'll be back when we're ready for that. Hey, Carnivore Hunters, we are back. So the steak has now come up to 120 degrees. So I'm just getting ready to pull this off here. Now, I know that does not look too appetizing as of yet, but that's the whole point of the reverse sear. What we need to do right now is take the steak off. We'll get the probe pulled out, and I'm going to let this steak rest for at least 10 minutes. Up to about 30 at the top end, but at least 10 minutes. Because if we were to throw this onto the sear station right now, we'd run the risk of actually overcooking it and getting it past that nice perfect medium rare. So again, we're going to let this thing rest up, and we'll see you in 10 minutes. Hey, Carnivore Hunters. So our steak has now rested for a good 10 minutes. So first thing I need to do here is get our cast iron going on the side burner. Now I want this to get ripping hot because we just want to put this on here just long enough to sear. It's going to be about a minute per side, but we're going to flip every 30 seconds. Now, with these steaks, we have this good fat cap right here, and this is what a lot of people don't like eating about their steaks, right? Because this fat right now is going to be chewy and gross, kind of like pre-chewed bubble gum. So there's a couple ways we can handle that. Once the steak comes up to temperature, I can put it face down and just let that sear in on that fat real well. Or I can do it the fun way. So right now, just rubbing this torch all over that fat cap, and you can see it browning and even looks like it's burning a little bit in there, but do not worry about that. Fat does not burn the same way that the steak will. And all of those juices from all of that fat are soaking right into that steak, and it's going to be absolutely delicious. Okay, so we just have a wisp of smoke coming off of our cast iron here, so I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit and just drop that in there. Now you do want to kind of move it around a little bit. You don't want anything sticking. But just again for about 30 seconds. All right, now that we're on the final side, I'm going to add some butter, clove of garlic, and a sprig of rosemary there. Get that melted in. Now we want the butter to melt and start to brown, but not blacken. And as it starts to melt, I'm just going to take it and I'm going to start basting. All right, give this bad boy another flip. We want all that buttery flavor to get inside of our steak as much as possible here. All right, that's it. We're going to kill the heat. Plate our steak really quick, and we're not going to waste any of this butter. All right, there you go, guys. This is going to be a perfect medium rare steak. Give it a shot. You're going to love it. Just make sure you let it rest for about 10 minutes before you cut into this bad boy. All right, have a good one.